Hello, welcome on our channel. We will listen to No Quarter today. I'm really excited. We've listened to Merkaba on our last video. The video wasn't so popular as the rest of videos in comparison. Perhaps it is because of the song itself. I had a feeling from your comments as well that Merkaba is not particularly well-known song among tall fans or among wider audience. Nonetheless, feel free to watch. It is something different. It was really interesting to listen to as well. But today we will listen to No Quarter. Interestingly, we will listen to No Quarter by Led Zeppelin, which is the original version, right? And then we will go to Tool from the Salival album. We actually went with your suggestions as well. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, we know there are some copyright issues, so unfortunately you won't listen the original version with us, but you will still hear us at the same time, so maybe you want to go through the process on it.
Yeah, you can always just open the Led Zeppelin No Quarter in a separate tab and listen to it in the same time. Shouldn't be that much of a problem, I hope.
If you want to just skip it, feel free to do so. Once we know at what time the actual tour version starts, we will probably include like a small note under the video to kind of let you know to which point you should skip ready. And yes, what I wanted to mention before we start actually, I know I told you that I didn't know Led Zeppelin No Quarter. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but we actually had a bit of a chat since yesterday really about Led Zeppelin, and you've been singing to me some of their songs, and there are certain songs that I do know and I pretty much like. So I actually had a bit of thinking about this, and I thought I want to share this with you really. I feel like there comes my musical, what I would call ignorance, because things such as the Immigrant Song or Stairways to Heaven, these are such a great, amazing songs, and I knew them, and I know them, I love them, but I never had this, you know, thinking, and I never kind of acknowledged it's Led Zeppelin. So that's where I had this feeling that it's my musical ignorance. But anyway, just something I wanted to mention to you. It was more of a contemplation I had. To give you a quick overview of our next songs that we will listen to, as you know, we will go through Salival till the end, LAMC. I know that some of you seem disappointed that we skipped the Third Eye, so I think I would like to listen to this one as well. I didn't discuss this with you. What are your thoughts on this?
I actually, during the week while working, I was listening to Salival version of Third Eye, and I think, yeah, it's definitely worth going through that.
Awesome. And then we have the laterals in front of us, but I've been thinking that, just a thought, feel free to disagree, I've been thinking to do something else, to do like a little bit of a break with perhaps something from Pucifer, because I'm really craving. I would like to just, you know, have a little bit of taste before we will then start the Laterals album. Let me know what you think as well. I'm not gonna keep it any longer. Thank you for your support on Patreon as well. We put some butt takes on there as a taster. If you like it, that's great. Maybe we'll continue with it. If you would like to support us, thank you for it as well.
And if you want to hear us in our native language, you can.
Yes, that's actually a good point. We have some butt takes there, and as you know, English is our second language, so you can hear both languages there as well. That's some content for Patreons. So yeah, we're gonna start now. We're gonna start with Led Zeppelin, and feel free to either skip now or listen with us. We will appreciate it.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I don't think I know it, that's for sure. Oh, hmm. Wow. Oh, that's so beautiful. Wow. Piano. Is it?
I'm not sure, but lots of interesting instruments. Instrumentically, it's very interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Oh, I absolutely love it. Oh, what a voice. Oh, that was so good. It will be hard to beat it. Oh man, that was amazing.
So you haven't heard this song?
No, never. But I could feel at times this kind of Pink Floyd vibes. Yes.
But I would say,
oh.
I would say it was classic Led Zeppelin anyway. Like, I think you said you heard Immigrant Song, for example.
Yeah, and I, you know, I never had this contemplation on the artist. It's, again, it just me being ignorant, you know. Anyway, I hope you're still with us. We're gonna start with Tool. It would be really interesting to compare it.
Yeah,
now.
so...
But, you know, I have high expectations.
So we're listening one by one, pretty much. There was no
cool.
cuts, so yeah. So, ready?
Yeah. priceless moment.
So
that was a piece of music. That was. Whoa! It was absolutely amazing. And you know what? I even made like a little table with Led Zeppelin and Tool, and I was like putting certain words, kind of in things I picked up in comparison. I'm really surprised with Led Zeppelin. That was amazing. That was really good.
that was original.
Yeah, and I'm quite. I don't know which song I preferred, if that makes sense. Tool was different. Tool is Tool. You could hear the musical side of Tool, you know, the guitar, you know, the rhythm. But I feel like the voice itself in Led Zeppelin was something that would be really hard to kind of...
It was very unique, like very Led Zeppelin-like. But I think also the Tool version was very unique as well.
Yeah, and the build-up of pressure in both songs, you know. I can't believe I never heard No Quarter, but again, I'm really disappointed with myself here, you know. Absolutely amazing. What do you think of the songs? Did you hear the No Quarter by Led Zeppelin before?
I have, yeah, many times. I would say I prefer Tool version, to be honest, but it's not to say that there's anything wrong with Led Zeppelin.
With these songs, you know, I feel like it was an amazing experience for me. Like, this is type of the songs that you can just put on your headphones, whatever you're going through, you know, whether there's something really hard you're going through, or whether there's some situation where you need a boost of energy, or whether you want to kind of think through some events. Just put your headphones, closing your eyes, and you listen to the music. I absolutely loved No Quarter. Man, that was really great. I almost didn't make any notes. You know what I did as well? I literally had a skim through the words, the lyrics, sorry, before, in advance, before making the video. And I could like focus much more on the song. I don't know if that's the reason, but I just feel like I kind of felt every moment, and this like changes in tension, the screams. Oh, beautiful. I had a look as well onto No Quarter, the meaning of it. Do you know what it is?
I don't.
It's really interesting etymology as well. No Quarter, the term may originate from an order by the commander of a victorious army that they will no quarter house captured enemy combatants. So basically the phrase no quarter was is generally used during military conflict to imply combatants would not be taken prisoner but killed. Okay,
I actually heard that, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you just didn't realize, because I didn't realize that that's what no quarter means. Obviously I do know general meaning of it, but I just didn't realize that's how you say that no quarter is the meaning of it. So the song itself, it is so strong in terms of the meaning, isn't it? When you're looking at from this perspective.
But it gives you that perception of being quite serious in how it sounds, right? And how it builds up and how it just sounds in your head. I think it's amazing. And I think what I really want to I think it's worth mentioning, I love how Tool version is different. Like, I love that this isn't just a cover. They changed some words, they changed music, and they give it the Tool flavor, I would say.
Yeah, so it's like the Tool vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to focus on the wording too much, because I feel like no quarter also express a lot within the song itself. So like when I've been listening to it, the moments when I've been closing my eyes, I felt like this is it and nothing will stop me. I felt this kind of boost of energy inside me. So it kind of reflects taking no prisoners, sticking to your guts till the end, no matter what. That's how I felt at times. It really impressed me, both versions. And I'm struggling, I think I will be struggling after the first listen to pick up on this more subtle differences. I will be struggling, and I'm struggling, I'm honest now, with telling exactly what the differences are between the songs, other than the main bits that I picked up on. I really want to listen to both of these versions again. I don't think you can that easily, or even that easily assess after, you know, first listen of these two beautiful versions, which of them is better, or perhaps, you know, some kind of small but very meaningful details. That's how I feel. For me, like at the moment, it's still some kind of one flow as we went for both the songs. Maybe you can tell me a bit more to kind of reflect upon, you know, in terms of differences?
I would say the Led Zeppelin version is more reflective. It gives you more time to think. I don't know why, it's just my feelings. So the Tool version flows better. It just goes from one, how to say that, I don't know how, it's just a feeling that Tool version is more like you play on a cello, like everything is, the harmony is better, the flow is better, while the Led Zeppelin version is harsher, by harsher I mean it changes more drastically between the parts, but there are like very, very peaceful parts in the Led Zeppelin version that give you time to reflect on the. It's so hard to describe.
Yeah, I have among my very, I would say, messy notes. I have like an anchor that it tells different stories.
Okay.
So again, for me at the moment, after listening of both the songs, it's kind of hard really to distinguish. But when I was listening to them, it was like a different type of a story. And I think you're right. The thing that I still have in my head was this kind of drastic change in his voice and in part of the song by Led Zeppelin, and it was like trying to show you something really beautiful. It was like opening different side of your mind. You could be like so in the song, but then in Tool, it was, the flow was slightly different, so your mood was really different. I feel I had a bit different mood as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a bit more.
It's, in theory, it's the same song, but I would say those are two different songs which you will choose to pick up for different occasions in future. Like after you listen to it a couple of times for each version, you will get a better like the mood you're in when you will want to pick up one or the other will be different.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking whether it was right to like listen one after another, because really for me it's still like part of one experience. I really want to listen to both of them again, like
maybe in different order now.
I can't wait to putting up the what?
Maybe now in different order. So first Tool and.
Oh yeah, I think, I think that's what we're gonna do after, and then I'm gonna start putting up the video and I will have a chance to like really, really listen to it. That's also one of the parts I love about what we are doing, and what I love in our journey, the fact that after we spend quite a few hours putting up the video together, and we have this time to kind of listen on and on again the song that I just listened for the first time during the video. So that's what's really brilliant, because it kind of opens another perspective. And to be honest, that's what I'm really, really looking forward to do now. I love the songs, and I love, honestly, I'm really, really impressed, but I just feel like I'm lacking words. Like it's really hard for me to express what I feel now.
Yeah, I think definitely this one song or those two songs, I don't know how to say that, are really very emotion type of songs. It's really hard to even mention the words. Like it's almost like we don't need to mention the words at all, the lyrics. Yeah,
that's also quite a good point. I felt really, really emotional during these songs. It's like I didn't have it for quite a while now, you know. But the feeling of like I was just full of emotions. Beautiful. I don't know if we should say anything more about this really, because I hope you won't be disappointed. If I disappointed you, I'm sorry, but I just feel like now I want to listen to them again. I know it's weird, isn't it? But it's just, oh my god, I'm so like, I'm somewhere else. You know, I'm a bit under the weather as well. That's another thing. I have runny nose. I have a bit of a headache, but maybe that's what actually helped me with kind of getting fully into the song. I didn't have problems today with like closing my eyes and just, I don't know how it's gonna look in terms of, you know, reaction and the way you're gonna see it on the video, but I absolutely loved the experience.
A small thing from myself as I'm sitting behind the cameras. So today we are using a new gimbal because our old one has broken a couple of weeks ago, and we haven't fully tested it yet, and I just noticed that a couple of times it changed its position, and I tried to correct it a little bit, so please don't be too much disappointed by that.
Oh.
But I don't think it's gonna ruin anything.
I hope not. Well, it's definitely not gonna ruin what I just experienced. And what I think before we finish, I want to say as well is just this, you know, this contemplation I had really about the musical ignorance. I feel like every one of us probably has this musical ignorance somewhere, that there are some extremely great bands, great songs that we should learn a bit more about, that we know and we like, but we just don't focus on them. I feel like it's good to kind of stop and learn a bit more about the song, about the meaning, about where the song comes from. That's just something that some, you know, free thought I had since yesterday, actually.
Oh, interesting.
That's what you did to me.
Oh, is it because of that Led Zeppelin mentions? Yeah.
I know I feel really bad. Like I never really looked them up properly, you know.
Yeah, and probably there are many, or at least couple other very interesting bands that you know, but you don't know you know them. If you know what I mean?
Or I know, but I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, actually, I think it's a good point to finish. As we are on the other bands as well, I know that we're getting loads of requests to listen to certain songs, to certain artists. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. We will definitely look them up, but we kind of do have certain plan in place. It's more like a mission, you know. We are enjoying the journey. It's like part of my week. Like I'm waiting to Saturdays, and we really want to like go for the main points that that was on our list of goals since we started. So it will come. It's not like, you know, we don't want to listen to the songs you are recommending. We will get there, but there's so much you can discover, and you know, there is a lyric plan that we are happy to change at the end time, really. But I feel I really want to continue with what we're doing so far, so please don't be offended or sad. I'm really looking forward to discover different bands, but
I would add, I totally agree, but I would also add that just the thing that we are trying to go through whole tool should, like for us it's great. For me, as I listened to Tool before and I really like them, it's still interesting because we do all the songs, we see less popular ones, and I think there might be even no videos on YouTube with some of the songs we will go through, or probably there's probably always one, but you know what I mean. It's interesting to get the grip on the whole band, not just the most popular songs.
Yeah, and I really do enjoy and appreciate this as well, and the way we are growing into what we do. So again, I'm really open, and I'm kind of craving for more. I want to listen to different songs as well by different bands. I want to, you know, I love this kind of first reactions, and I love to discover things. Even like today, you know, Led Zeppelin, like that was so brilliant. And but again, everything, like, you know, goes with a flow, and we can't listen to all of them at once. So hopefully you will understand. I think I should really finish. I feel like my nose is really runny as well.
And I feel like the gimbal is playing more tricks with the time. I don't know what it is about that.
The gimbal looks pretty good, to be honest. So I think it's good. It's just you know, we need to get used to it. Really, we need to learn how to use it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with us, and see you next week for LA and C.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.